Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My full-time crime sit down with Steph. Today I am going to talk about one of the worst cases I've ever came across, and I'm dead serious. I know I say this a lot, but this is one of the first ones that I watched the whole trial. I know it like the back of my hand. I have notes over here just for dates if I need it, but I know most of them. Now, if I do need to give a warning, there's a lot of essay, there's a lot of and carjacking, stuff like that. Of course, murder. And I'm telling y'all now before I start talking, it's deep. It's very deep. And I'm talking about the case on Chipman Street in Knoxville, Tennessee. It happened in July 7th of 2007, and it still stuck with me. And I honestly, I can't shake this case. And it's coming up on, the year and the day, and the poor father, I just remember seeing him shaking back and forth the whole trial. He was so angry. And I recently seen a video of him where he is smiling finally. He has a son and he has grandchildren, and he is at peace with God, and I just loved it. I loved seeing that because he was so angry, and he had to sit there and stare at 5 murderers, 5 different trials. But anyways, I'm going to get into this with y'all. And like I said, there's a warning. If y'all don't like graphic stuff, don't watch it, because this is very, very graphic. But anyways, I'll try to post some videos and pictures in here so y'all can see. But anyways, let's get into it. Okay, Shannon Christian. Let's get into them, because that's what's important. It's not what the last moments of their life were. Shannon Christian, she was 21. She was going to the University of Tennessee. Her boyfriend was 23. He was He was a trim carpenter, and they started dating in November of 2006. So they had just started dating. Like I said, this took place in July 7th of 2007, not even a whole year. So imagine, they were still in their honeymoon state. They were so in love and stuff. So, okay, I'm going to go over the crime first. I'm going to go over other stuff, what I think, and I would love for y'all to give me comments on what y'all think and what y'all think should happen, and if y'all think they got justice and just all that good stuff. Or not good, but Okay. So, Shannon, her name was spelled, I think, Chonnon, Christian. And then the boyfriend's Christopher Newton. And they were going to a birthday party, but first they wanted to go have dinner. You know how, they weren't married, but newlyweds. You know how they are. They wanted to go have some time alone. Just they were at the point to where, as long as they were together, it didn't matter where they were. Anyways, there were 5 individuals. Okay, there was George Thomas. There was the ringleader, which was Marcus Davidson, I think. And then there was his brother Latavius Davis, his girlfriend. His girlfriend was Vanessa Coleman, and then there was Eric Boyd. So there's 5 individuals, okay? 5 individuals that was taking place in this, and didn't think, I don't know. Anyways, they lived in Knoxville, Tennessee. What happened was LaTavis Davis lived in Kentucky, I think, and he lived in Kentucky with his friend George Thomas and his girlfriend. And he, his brother recently got out of prison. The ringleader, LaMarcus Davidson. He lived in Knoxville, Tennessee, though. They came July the 6th, 2007. And, I mean, there's so many different stories. You know, once you get caught, they all go against each other. So, I don't think anybody will really know the whole true story, but who was there. But anyways, so what happened was LaMarcus Davidson, his brother, LaTavis, and his friend George Thomas stayed back at the house with Vanessa Coleman, which was one of them that went with them's girlfriend. She was sleeping, and it was also the ringleader. They went looking for a place to carjack some people. They had nothing better to do. He just got out of prison. I mean, it was like he wanted to go back. I mean, this was the dumbest thing ever. They didn't get nothing out of it. I just listen. Anyways, so let me see. Yeah, they were at Washington Ridge Park. That's where they got abducted, carjacked. They were actually, they had just met up, and Christopher Newsom was at her car door, like they were kissing and hugging. They just got together. Well, all of a sudden, you know, they had 3 African American men jump out with guns and put them in the back of their car, and had one of them follow them in the car they were already in, and they took them back to the place. Well, I just can't imagine. God, it gets to me because I can only imagine, what if this happened to me and my husband? I can't. And the parents. Okay, so what happened was, when they got there, they walked her in with a bandana around her eyes, her hands tied. He had a bandana around his eyes, or a hoodie around his head. He didn't last very long. I think they, took him out within the first couple hours. They kept her for a good, 36 hours, something like that. But what they did to him, they immediately put his own sock in his mouth, took his own shoestring, tied it in so it wouldn't come out, put a hoodie around his face. He had no shoes on because they took those too. He had no socks on. They walked him behind their house on a railroad track. One of them raped him, and I believe it was the ringleader, the one that just got out of prison. I think he actually got raped in the house in front of the girlfriend, anally. And can you imagine watching your loved one and you can't do nothing about it? So anyways, he gets raped. He gets raped, and then after that, that's when they tie the sock in his mouth with the string and walk him out to the railroad tracks. They put him on his knees. They shoot him twice in the back. The first shot, the examiner said, went like down this way. The second shot was lower, and it severed his spine completely. He was still alive, though. So can you imagine going through all that, being raped in front of your girlfriend, the pain he was feeling? He knew what was coming next if they shot him twice in the back. The third shot, I'm so sorry. entered right here behind his ear on the right side and went down and severed his brain stem. He was dead like that. After he died, they lit him on fire on the railroad tracks. They went back to the house. Now imagine being her. Oh, while they were gone though, Vanessa Coleman and Latavis Davison, they both were there, and George Thomas, to make sure that she didn't leave. Girlfriend. And he told her to go to the bathroom or something. Well, he forced that girl to give him oral so hard. Well, it was one of them that did it so hard, it ripped the top of her lip. Because they found DNA of his on her shirt. Like she spit it out on her shirt and her pants. What is going on? Oh no. Let's see if it stays on. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Anyways. What is... I'm sorry, y'all. Silly. Okay, anyways. So after he makes her give him oral while his girlfriend's in the bathroom, okay, sorry. So, okay. After, where was I at? After he raped her orally while his girlfriend was in the bathroom, at one point, the ringleader, his ex on and off girlfriend, came by the house because the day before she left him because he beat her up, and she called and said, I need my makeup, I need some stuff from your house, I need to go to work. Well, you know, that girl was there, so he was like, you can come over, just give me 30 minutes. Well, she was, you know how girls are. She was like, oh, no. So she goes over there, and she's trying her hardest to get in the bathroom, and they're like, you can't go in there, Vanessa's in there. And Vanessa was Latavis's girlfriend, and she was like, I'm in here, you know, doing whatever. But I'm sure she was in there with Christian. So just imagine if she would have seen Christian, maybe that could have stopped her horrible ending of life. So anyways, after Daphne leaves, that's the on and off again girlfriend. After she leaves, they had a little bit of fun. When Latavis Davis got on stand and told his side of the story, he said he did what he did because he smoked a wet blunt. They didn't tell him that it was going to be a wet blunt, but you know what a wet blunt is. It's embalming fluid put on marijuana, and that's what made him go, I guess. What he says, anyways, I don't believe a word he says. So after that, they all, well, not all of them. George Thomas didn't rape her, but I know that the ringleader, Lamarcus Davis, raped her vaginally, anally, orally, and his brother, Latavis Davis, raped her orally. They found proof of all that. They took her in the kitchen after keeping her for hours and raping her over and over. They took her in the kitchen, her hands bound behind her back. She had blood around her wrist, I guess, from either cuts from tying too tight or whatever, because they found blood like on the back of her jeans. They found semen, not trying to be gross, but like in the inside of her pants, from where they would rape her over and over and then make her put her pants back on. Oh my God, this is making me mad. So they ended up finally, they found proof of them kicking her or punching her, blunt force trauma in her vaginal area, in her anal area. It was so bad that when they were showing the pictures, there was a prosecutor training, kind of like helping with the case. She passed out, and There was another lady that passed out during the pictures. After that, they wrapped her. They wrapped her in garbage bags, like a Kroger bag around her head. She wasn't dead yet. 5 garbage bags around her whole body. Then stuffed her in this garbage can. I'll put a picture up. And the medical examiner said that it would have took between 10 and 30 minutes for her to suffocate. They said that at one point the ringleader broke her neck. So her neck was turned and it was contorted. Like, she looked... I'm so sorry. I promise next video I will make sure this don't happen. I don't understand what's going on. So after that, okay, the next morning, her mother gets a phone call from her job because she's never missed a day of work, and they're like, where is she at? And that's when alarm bells started ringing. She calls Christopher Newton, which was her boyfriend's family. They hadn't heard from him, but they didn't find it out of the ordinary because he was 23, so he kind of came and went as he pleased. Yeah, so, hold on, let's see. It's a miracle how their friends were good friends. They rode around until they found her vehicle on that street. Okay, you want to hear the funny part? These idiots took everything out of her car, but left one envelope in the back seat with the ringleader's fingerprint on it. They also took one sticker off the back of her car, but left the license plate. Like that was going to disguise the whole car. Her friends found the car, told her dad. Her dad came over, and imagine being the parents knowing that you were that close to her. They were houses away, and they live to this day not knowing if they could have saved her. And just imagine that. When they were doing the medical examiner in the courtroom, she was saying how, slow she died, how it was horrible. When it showed her vagina and anus, it showed blunt force trauma, like they were kicking her in it and like using objects. Her eyes were also opened. They said she died with her eyes opened, and that was a creepy picture. They said that her eyes were darkened and opened, and she had the prettiest eyes. They were like Britney Spears, kind of. It reminded me of Britney Spears. So yeah. Once they all just left the house and left her in the garbage can, in the kitchen, in the garbage can, in the kitchen. I don't get it. They all tried to run different places and hide. The Latavius Collins, his girlfriend, and George Thomas tried to run back to Kentucky, but they found traces of DNA from them and stuff from them at that apartment, so they knew they were involved. They found them quick. It was a sloppy job. This is so stupid. I hate this ring light. I have to get a new one. I'm sorry. I apologize to you guys. Anyways, the train person ended up finding Chris Newton's body. He was still smoldering when he found him, but when the sheriffs got there, they knew who it was because they knew the dad and they knew him by his eyes. Imagine that. Like they was like, that's Christopher Newton, and they had to tell the dad, a friend of theirs. It's just stuck with me because they did this stuff in front of they did stuff to each of them in front of each other, and I couldn't imagine watching my husband going through that. Objects used on him and everything. No, there was semen found inside of him and everything. Hold on. So, Latavius Cobbins takes the stand Saturday, August 22nd, 2009, telling his version of the story. And if you watch it, oh my God, it's so annoying. He's acting like he's so innocent. He's like, y'all tripping. What are y'all doing? We need to get y'all tripping. But yet, he let her give him oral sex. Just, y'all have to watch it. And then, 2 years ago, George Thomas took the stand against Eric Boyd. I think they all tried to pin it on Eric Boyd because he was like the least of the friends. But anyways, he took the stand against him to lessen his time, lessen his death sentence. Now, the ringleader got sentenced to death. Now, 3 years after Vanessa Coleman did her trial, she got, I think, a minimum of 25 years, and then she could get parole, or try to get parole, which was in 2020, and they turned her down because the parents came and gave their statements. If y'all was to watch the parents' statements, it was heartbreaking, all of them. I wish y'all would watch it for yourself. It was the most horrible case. It will keep you interested. It ain't a boring case, and not in a good way. Let me see if I missed anything. All of them's not going to see the light of day. Vanessa Coleman's the only one that gets to try to get pro, and they just turned her down 2020, and she has 10 more years until she can do it again. And the family said they will do it go there and beg until they're dead. So this is the trial. Now, some people think it's a racial trial because it was 5 African Americans against 2 Caucasians. Now, that's not my place to say because I think they're just evil. I don't think they were looking for white people. I actually think they were just looking for a carjack. And it just happened to be them. Wrong place, wrong time. I could be wrong, but I don't think it means that. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to make this short because my light's being stupid. But I hope y'all actually enjoyed this video. Not in a good way of what y'all were hearing, but how I delivered, because I'm getting a little bit better. I wanted to do a missing persons case. I'm going to do a missing persons case, and I plan on doing an updated Chris Watts case. I didn't want to jump on that bandwagon, but there's so much new stuff that has came out, I think y'all would want to know. So, subscribe, please, and like this video, please. I would love it, and thank every single one of y'all that support me. It means the world to me. Anyways, I'm going to go since the stupid light won't stay on, and I just want to thank y'all for watching, and I hope I didn't scar y'all too much like it did me. There's way more information. Y'all need to watch it for yourself. But anyways, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.